This one.
Hello, I'm Ruth Neubert, Senior Lender at People's State Bank in Alameda. I lead a team of 6 diverse, multi-generational individuals. Being profiled as a DC, realizing how that trait developed and how my profile can affect my team has been eye-opening, to say the least. I was not born a natural leader. My youth on a Wisconsin dairy farm and my early adult years were spent being afraid of my own shadow, let alone others. I'm the 7th of 9 children, full of DC personalities. I simply was a late bloomer. My earliest training in leadership came from my mother, Leona McCartney, who became a widow at age 36, pregnant with her 9th child. At age 2, I didn't know that her responses to that life event would shape my DC leadership style. I can say I came by this naturally. Fast forward several years, I grew up, married, had 2 children, and moved into a community far away from my Wisconsin home. Fortunately for me, a comfort soon came in the way of a new career in banking. First, a short stint in the proof department, then on to an ag and commercial loan support role at a small community bank. I became enthralled with the analysis and detail that goes into doing my role well, and I decided to learn more through IBA courses. Those courses led me to realize I wanted more than a support role. I wanted to become a commercial or ag lender and a leader. Because of my mother's leadership influence, I didn't realize that females usually did not go into male-dominated roles. When asked my 5-year goal, I was told I would never be a commercial or ag lender at that bank. That was the day I started coming into my own as a leader. That was a fork in the road moment. Should I stay at the right, my comfort zone, or go on to the left to the unknown? For this once shy person, I surprised myself and chose the fork to the left, heading to a role at a large lender as an ag lender. At the same time, I became a non-traditional university student, receiving the Presidential Leadership Award for my graduating class of 2004. My lending role with my new employer was exciting and fulfilling. It was also my first exposure to the 5 practices of exemplary leadership being practiced in the workplace. Wow, I thought, how easy. I surely can model the way, and I soon became recognized as an informal leader of my peers there. When leadership and culture changed, I moved on to People's State Bank 6 years ago. Fast forward 5 years, I become leader of our loan team just 4 months before acquiring a branch in a neighboring community. I quickly figured out learning about those 5 leadership practices and using them effectively, totally different. At first I thought, just look at me. I've gone from mousy to leader. I'll tell you how easy it is. Shared vision, that too would be a piece of cake. If you knew everything I had overcome to get this far and reach my goals, you would know I could inspire a shared vision. Challenge the process, that comes naturally to a DC, regardless of whether they're a late bloomer like me or not. It was challenging the process that had taken me to that fork in the road. Enable others to act, that too is easy, as long as you are doing what I want. Encourage the heart, what's not to love about my strong D personality, illustrate it to possibly become aggressive and autocratic and create win-lose outcomes. Or my C side, if you don't agree with me, I can and probably will overpower you with logic and facts. I must be right, right? When asked to attend this Bank Leadership Institute, I went through the profiling you did. I figured my profile would come back, DC. What I didn't realize is how my profile traits could affect others in my loan department and me as a leader who truly wants to exemplify all 5 leadership practices. That is, until hearing the millennial panel from this group speak about how they didn't feel they had to wait around for opportunities. My first thought, I did. Look at me now. Then I realized, other than my birth year, I had the mindset of a millennial. It was just before Y2K though. I will do it if you give me a chance. It was 2 sessions later when I again reflected on that panel discussion and had an aha moment. My millennial team members were exercising their can-do attitude, and I want to learn more thought process in a positive way. Time passed, and I was able to think more through the insight the panel offered. I realized our department and bank would be well served to embrace the millennial attitude of self-confidence and aptitude. Again, a fork in the road, and I chose uncharted water, not the same old, same old. I contacted the person who has demonstrated most they want more involvement in the success of the team and the bank. A few good talks later with that person and other staff members, and projects have been successfully reassigned. Team member strengths are being utilized instead of muted. As for me, some of my workload is being lifted. Win-win. In my lone staff of 6, there are 2 baby boomers and the rest are millennials. Without the panel discussion, I may not have recognized the need of millennials to contribute and have their work acknowledged now rather than later. What a shame it would have been to possibly lose such valuable and talented people. In the end, what I learned best from this Bank Leadership Institute is that my DC personality does not have to be mine and my team's downfall. I can better assess the needs of my team through listening instead of talking. I can use my foibles as a building block for our lone team success. I can, and I will, become a leader deserving of the great team I lead. Thank you.